What's up, everyone? Welcome. Question 5, November 2020, grade 11, maths paper 1. It was a financial question as it was before on question of 2022. This is a playlist, guys. So please make sure that you watch all the videos here that are concerning question 5 from 2022 up until 2020, or you can just watch paper 1 of the year 2022 or up until that year of 2020. All right. So now let's have a look at this question here. Said a school purchased a printer at a value of 250,000. The printer they depreciates. Okay, this is very good at a reducing balance method. I think this also tells us which formula to use. Very critical information. And then at 10%, we understand that the printer will be replaced in 5 years' time. Okay, makes sense. The inflation rate is 8%. Great stuff. So now I think we've got everything that you need. If you don't understand the question, guys, I suggest that you go back, read the question, make sure that you fully understand. All right, and as it is now, I'm gonna go to question 5.1.1. It says that calculate the book value of the printer at the end of 5 years. Book value of the printer, they are asking us to calculate the depreciation value at which this printer is depreciating. One, from our formula sheet, we see that is 1 minus I to the power of n. So our p value, this is our principal value, what we started with, and then our depreciation, our depreciation percentage here is given by that 10%. We know that we need to divide this 10% by 100. So if 10% divided by 100 is going to give us 0.1, so therefore this is our I here. Okay, so we can come here and substitute, say 250,000. 1, 2, 3. 1 minus I, which is 0.1, to the power of how many years? It's going to be 5 years. There you go. So if you put this our calculator, please pause this video, press the calculator, make sure that you get the same answer as me. So therefore you got 147,622.0.50 rather. Okay, and that's how you would deal with this big value. Book value is referring to the depreciation. All right, great stuff. So question, now let's come here. Question 5.1.2. Question 5.1.2, it says that we need to calculate the cost of a similar printer when the period of 5 years expires. Okay, so now we're checking into the future. So if the inflation rate is increased during this period by 8%, it means that our I is going to be 8%. All right. So we know that inflation, whenever they refer to inflation, we learned this in grade 10, that if a question says inflation, they are therefore referring to the compound interest formula. We already know our 250,000 is our principal, and then we know that this 8%, if you divide by 100, you must get 0.08, which is going to be our I. Okay, so now even that, you're gonna come and say 1 plus 0.08 in the period of 5 years. So if you come here, we're gonna punch this into our calculator. So therefore, if the inflation rate is at 80%, the new machine is going to cost us 367,332 and 2 cents. Okay, this will be the cost of the new machine. This is the cost of the old machine after 5 years, cost of the new machine. All right, so let's come here. We are going to 5.1.3. 5.1.3, it says here, what is the question saying? The question is saying that the school sells the used printer at 95% of its book value. Okay, so we calculated earlier the book value, so we just need that 95% of the book value. Okay, and then it says here, calculate the amount of the printer that should be saved in order to have enough money to replace the printer in 5 years' time. Okay, so now it means we need to calculate the money they're gonna get from the old machine. Okay. All right. From that book value, they say they are selling it at 95%. So it means now the amount of selling at 95% of the book value. So it means you must see 95% times the book value of money. Okay, so we're going to have 0.95 times the book value money. Book value money is the money that is there is 147,622.50, which if you press our calculator, it's giving us 140,241.38. So this is the selling amount. Okay, so this is the money that the company would have. All right, so now if you have that amount, so now we can come here and say they're looking for how much money. So we can come here and say the amount of the new printer minus old printer. Okay, so new printer is how much? New printer is 367,332.02 minus the 95% of the book value that they've sold the old printer with. Okay, so it means how much do the company need to save? They need to save 227,090 and 65 cents. Okay, so this is how much what the company needs to save in order to be able to get the new machine. All right, so let's move on to 5.2. 5.2 says that a company has an investment account with Bank A, which offers an effective interest rate of 12%. Okay. And they said a competitor, Bank B, offers an interest rate of 11.5 compounded monthly. And then they said we should be at, now the first question there, it says 5.2.1. They says that we need to determine which bank offers the best interest. Okay, so now because they give us that one which is an effective interest, so first thing first, we need to calculate the nominal, the effective interest rate here of this 11% here, because they didn't tell us whether it's nominal, so we just need to calculate the effective interest. Okay, and name the bank that is offering a better interest there in this case. All right, so now we are given that 11.5 there. Okay, we know the formula of calculating the effective interest is given by that, which is 1 plus nominal interest rate all over m, all in brackets m to the power of m. So I already know that 1 plus effective interest rate is equals to, in brackets, 1 plus this 11%. When you divide it by 100, you should be able to get 1,15, 1,115 rather, divided by 12, Therefore, we can come now into our calculator and say 1 plus 0,115 divided by 12 to the power of 12 minus 1. Therefore, effective interest rate, if you punch this in our calculator, please pause this video and just double check your answer, guys. Don't just copy and rely on this. Okay, so 0,1213. So therefore, if you take this into percentage, you should be able to get 12.13. So which bank is better? So looking at this, Bank A is offering 12%, and therefore Bank B, which is a competitor, is offering 12.13. Okay, so therefore Bank B is better. Okay, is the one that is offering a better interest. Okay, so this is the company will invest the money with the bank that is offering the best interest. Okay, that is offering the best interest. So therefore, the company invests the money into the lump sum account that will acquire 280,000 in 5 years' time. And after 2 years, the company experiences difficulty and withdraws 50,000. Okay, fair enough. Okay, they withdraw 50,000. So this one is money is withdrawn. And then this one, they want to acquire. When they say want to acquire, so for this means this is the future money. They don't have this money, they want to acquire. So this tells me that this is A because they are looking for it. They want to acquire this from where? From the investment money that they have done. Okay. And therefore we said the minimum amount of the money, determine the minimum amount of the money they would have to invest, which would have acquired the 200. So basically what are we looking for? We're looking for the starting amount, which is going to be our principal starting amount. You're looking for P. How much money should you invest so that you at the end of this 5 years and after withdrawing this 50,000, you should be able to be having 280,000. Okay, makes sense. All right, great stuff. So what do we do here? What we do here, we need to come here and say, it's either, you guys, there's many ways to calculate it. You can either do this separate or do this together. I'm going to try to do it separate in one line, but I will explain everything. Okay, so first thing first, I'm going to write this in red. Okay, and then the next parts I will write in green and the other colors as well. So what formula are we using? We're using this formula here, the compound formula. And okay, so now basically what the first thing first, now you are looking for P. So the money you need to acquire is 280,000. I'm going to try to be as low as possible here. P, you don't know what it is, but you know that the interest, excuse me, you know that here the interest rate here, I don't know why I used 11.5. Please let me know, guys, which interest are you using here? Okay, because now it says the bank will invest. Yeah, and it's bank B anyway. All right, cool, great stuff. So now when you come here, you are gonna say plus, because you chose bank B and the interest rate on bank B is 12, ne? So you are gonna come here and say plus 0.115. This is compounded for 12 months. Close. Okay, so this 12 is going to be 12 year, but remember it's going to be 12 times how many years? 5, because you're depositing the money for 5 years. But with a big but, but you withdrawed, they withdrawed 50,000. Very, very critical, ne? So now let's come here and see, make sure that we account for this withdrawal, guys. There's no way we can ignore it. When somebody comes and withdraws money at the bank, we leave it like that. So let's account for this 50,000 withdrawal. Okay, we need to account for it. So what happens now when you account for withdrawal? What happens, you need to minus it from this one. Remember, you are removing it from this one. So you're gonna remove this 50,000 minus this 50,000. However, this 50,000 you are removing it also, you must account for the interest as well. Okay, so let's put here account for the interest. Okay, because we don't want to just do things haphazardly. But however, this is how many years are left. Okay, how many years are left? So it's going to be 12 times 3 years that are left there, times 3 years. For those of you who feel like you don't understand, all right, let me draw a timeline for you. I'm going to draw a timeline for you to make sure that you guys fully understand. Okay, I'm going to draw a timeline here. Here's my timeline here. I think we did timeline in grade 10. All right, great stuff. So this is year 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, therefore 5. Okay, I said you deposited this money. When you deposited this money, here's that money that you're depositing, which is P. You don't know how much it is, ne? But after 2 years, after 1 year, 2 years, you withdraw. You withdraw the 50,000 here. But this 50,000 also has got the interest of the last 3 years. You see why? Okay, I hope you guys understand. Okay, I'm gonna continue here, and then I'm gonna put everything nicely here. Let me just write it down properly here for you guys to understand. So it's gonna be 280,000 is equals to P 1 plus 0.115 all over 12 close bracket 12 times 5 minus 50,000, and therefore we have got this one. I know guys, I'm running out of page here. I think you guys, some of these things you can't see anymore, but it's fine. I will rewrite them here. I think here is to the power of 36. All right, so what you can do, you're gonna bring this 50,000 to that side here of the equation side, so that we're looking for P. So we are gonna have 250,000 plus 50,000 close bracket 1 plus 0.115 all over 12 to the power of 36, okay, is equals to P close 1 plus 0.115 all over 12 to the power of 60. So therefore what you can do now, you're looking for P, you are going to divide everything by this here 1. Oh Lord, I'm running out of space here, to the power of 5 to the power of 60 rather. There you go. Therefore this would cancel out, that would cancel out. Therefore you would have divided this as well by that number there, which is 1 plus 0.115 divided by 12 to the power of 60. Therefore this should give us a value of P, where your starting amount, if you want to have that money, your starting amount in the bank should be, including that you have withdrawn, should be the range is going to be 197,509 and 51 cents. Okay, and that's how you would deal with a question like this one, guys. If you are confused and maybe you're a bit confused there, please make sure that you watch grade 10. I've got a video there that explains how to deal with a questions like this one, the timelines and the likes. It's in grade 10. It's in under a playlist called financial growth. I explain there everything thoroughly with a proper example that are straightforward and easy to understand. Then you can come back here and try this example again. I am Gaston Mapala. Please make sure that you stay tuned, subscribe, share this video with your friends, your family, everybody, with your neighbors, your schoolmates, with your teachers, and make sure that the message goes out there and we fully understand what we're doing when it comes to pure mathematics. I mean, we all have difficulty with it, but if we practice together, we do more examples together, I believe that we can make it, because this mathematics does not talk. All right, I am Gaston Mapala. Make sure that I see you on the next upload. Question 5, it will be due in November 2020.